Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news, but before we get into that, I just want to take a minute and ask you guys to make sure that if you like this type of content, to make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the bell next to it to be notified of any videos I post here on the channel. And as well as doing that, make sure you hit the thumbs up because every time you do that, it helps the channel out greatly. So anyway, on with the news. The very first thing that I have for you guys is actually a new fresh look at the upcoming Marco Makes Velociraptor Blue Rubbersaurs figure, and with these brand new images that Marco has just recently supplied to me, not only can we see that the sculpt is just incredible, this new method of 3D printing his Rubbersaurs is definitely paying off in a great way because the sculpt and detail is just so vibrant on this model in comparison to his previous ones, which his previous ones were great, but it's just baffling to me how Marco can continue to improve on literally every release, and now this new method of 3D printing and 3D sculpting his models is even better again than what we were getting from him previously. And you can really see that, I think, with these images, because you could just see that we now have articulation in areas that we previously didn't really have articulation in the Rubbersaurs, as well as just an overall incredible sculpt as far as the detail and accuracy standpoint goes. Like, this looks perfect as far as Velociraptor Blue goes, and Marco's actual paint application that we see here is pretty much just as impressive as the actual sculpt and detail, so I cannot wait for this one to release. That's definitely a Rubbersaurs that I would love to add to my collection. And then in something that I actually have continuously forgot to put in the last two news videos, we actually have more information on the Rebors Tyrannosaurus Rex that they will be releasing, as we previously had information on the fact that, of course, they were going to be releasing a brand new, kind of more accurate interpretation of a Tyrannosaurus Rex in comparison to all of the more JP style Rexes that they've released for the most part in the past. But one thing that we did note straight away on their newer Rex that we were going to be getting, and that would be the fact that the model was called Kiss, and it was a Tyrannosaurus that had lips. Well, they have now informed us that there will actually be another version called Tusk, which will be a lipless reconstruction, so you pretty much get the best of both worlds as far as this Tyrannosaurus goes. Again, some people hate the fact that dinosaurs have lips, some people love it, so you can choose either or as far as this new model goes. Rebors covering all bases with this release, and I'm really excited to see exactly how the model will look paint-wise and everything when they do unveil that, but in general it's really exciting to see them going the route of giving us two different versions already of this beautiful Tyrannosaurus. And then as far as Prime 1 Studios, who has just recently unveiled some really cool 1/38 scale models, which we did actually know were coming, but we now know that the pre-orders are right around the corner for those, and we also got a lot of really nice high quality images of said 1/38 scale models. Well, the two 1/38 scale models that we had recently taken a look at from Prime 1 was the Tyrannosaurus and Carnal. Well, those two same dinosaurs are now in another model from Prime 1, and this is the T-Rex and Carnotaurus 1/15th scale Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom diorama, and you can see that it looks insanely beautiful, capturing that exact moment in Fallen Kingdom where the Tyrannosaurus is stepping on the Carnotaurus and letting out a roar right as the volcano explodes behind it. And I think that Prime 1, as usual, has done an insanely good job on the overall accuracy of like the sculpts of the dinosaurs. I feel like both dinosaurs look spot on to the way they appear in the film, and I also do like the fact that they have Chris Pratt right there in front of the dinosaurs, because again, he was present for that moment as the Carnotaurus was just about to take him down in the film, and then Rexy appeared out of nowhere and took down the Carnotaurus. So it's really cool to have the entire scene here together in one gigantic 1/15th scale diorama. I would love to have owned any of the Prime 1 larger scale models like this, but unfortunately they're all things that have evaded me throughout the past because the prices are just a little bit more than I'm able to afford. But this again will be exactly another situation like that, where this is definitely going to be a pricey piece, but it would be one incredible piece for anybody entering it into their collection. Definitely a centerpiece of any collection for sure. And then as far as PNSO goes, they are going to be releasing yet another of their limited edition bronze sculptures, and this one is actually an Aurochs, and it's a 99 copies worldwide limited edition release in 1/15th scale. So again, another very small limited run as far as the model goes, but a really cool species on their part to choose, something that I personally did not expect them to create. I've never seen them create any type of like a bronze sculpture like this. Mostly we get are usually dinosaurs, but it's nice to see an aurochs getting made by them as well, and just showing some of PNSO's diversity and their willingness to give us models of all kinds. And then as far as Creative Beast Studio and the Beasts of the Mesozoic goes, David Silva has recently shared an image of the progress on the paintwork of the Beasts of the Mesozoic Tyrannosaur Series Guanlong prototype. This is currently on the desk of Candid Sculpts, who I have promoted many times on this channel, as he has helped out in the past as far as paintwork for the Ceratopsian series, and now is continuing through here on the Tyrannosaur series. And the Guanlong is already looking incredible, but I just cannot wait to see the actual finished prototype. These Tyrannosaur series reveals have just been exciting beyond belief to me, and is just getting me so hyped for the Kickstarter coming in September. And then as far as Mattel goes, we have some very interesting stuff that we got some images of recently. Some of this is thanks to Collect Jurassic, which this image is, but we have an in-box image of the upcoming Tyrannosaurus Rex, Darius, and Velociraptor Blue set. All of the figures in this set are all just straight up repacks. There's nothing new that I can see with this set at all, but I will say that it definitely looks really cool. It's not something that I personally will be hunting down relentlessly like I do with a lot of Mattel figures, but it's definitely something that if I happen to see it in store somewhere, I'll probably pick it up and just keep it in package because, you know, it's pretty neat looking. But there's also an inbox image of another set that we had no idea was coming, which is a Tyrannosaurus Rex versus Spinosaurus set. Very strange, I will say that, and definitely another cool box. Like, I really love the box art from the Dino Escape line, but it appears as though both of these are yet again just straight up repacks, which seems to be something that Mattel has been taking advantage of quite a bit lately, would be just some repacks of previous figures. And this is just like with the last one. It's another set that if I happen to see it and the price is right, I may pick it up, but I already have both of these figures and I don't really need more of them. But the box art might convince me otherwise when I see it in person. And the final thing that we have as far as Mattel goes are two brand new Amber Collection reveals, and this is thanks to Seamus Rooney on Instagram, who actually sent me these images. We have our very first images of Alan Grant, and I will say from some images on here, I don't think he looks that great. He honestly looks oddly old. Like, in certain images he does, but then in other images when we get a nice close-up shot of the face like this one right here, I think Grant actually looks really nice. Definitely a beautiful sculpt, so I think it's just kind of like the angle of some of the images, but again, up close he definitely looks quite nice, and you can see that we have quite a few different things going on here as far as the set goes, like an interchangeable head, interchangeable hands, and of course a flare, which is something that Grant uses to help save the kids in Jurassic Park, as well as actually one of the hands has the Velociraptor claw, which I think was a really cool touch on the part of Mattel. Definitely something that I was happy to see included. And the other Amber Collection figure that was unveiled is a much more exciting one, if you ask me, which I am psyched about Alan Grant, but this one is really exciting. We have the Jp3 Male Velociraptor, and the most exciting aspect of this is the fact that Mattel actually resculpted out the head. We are not just reusing the previous Velociraptor blue head sculpt with this one. And of course we have quills. I would have imagined straight away, like if they were going to be releasing a Jp3 Raptor, they would have had to have resculpted the head a little bit to at least give it the quills. Otherwise, honestly, I figure the release probably would have been just useless, but the fact that they had gone through with the process of resculpting out the model with quills means that they resculpted the head out in a much more accurate way as well. So it's a beautiful head sculpt for the Amber Collection Raptors, and definitely something that has me a lot more interested in general in the line now that they are actually resculpting out some of them at least. So hopefully if they release a female, the female will have the correct head sculpt as well, but that worries me considering the lack of quills on the female's head in Jurassic Park 3. So who knows exactly what we will get there, but this definitely looks really nice. The paintwork looks decent for the most part, probably one of the better paint jobs that I've seen on the Amber Collection line aside from their Pteranodon, so it's definitely something that I personally will without question be picking up when I do see it in store or online somewhere, and probably the most exciting Velociraptor to come along in this line in quite some time. So as of right now guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.